Honestly, I'm worried about her posture. It's gonna be painful.
She's gonna start cramping up for sure.
Yeah.
But also, like, we have to take all of her money away until we. Okay, let's be clear here. The goal of this game, there's a goal of this game that I'm uncomfortable saying, but we have to take all of her money before her clothes start coming off.
Okay. Well,
and then she'll pay us in clothes.
I thought we'd figure that out at this point. There is a form of multimedia entertainment beyond that which is good. These games are as vast a number as they are terrible. They dwell in the dark recesses of history, unearthed from the pits of the bargain bin. These are the games of horror. This is Garbage Game Night. Welcome to Garbage Game Night, the podcast where we know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, and know when to ask someone to take their clothes off, consensually, of course, while dancing around Twitch's terms of service. I'm Frank, and this is our very, very special and very, very sexy episode 69 of Garbage Game Night. Nice. For our audio listeners at home, Chris is dressed up as a leather daddy.
I am not. That's not true.
And for everyone else watching live on Twitch or afterwards on YouTube, you know I'm a dirty, rotten liar. But before we go any further with this game, let's talk to our very sexy cast tonight. Let's start with leather daddy Chris. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm not. It's not the case.
Oh my gosh.
I have a lot of questions. I'm sure we're gonna get there. I feel like you used that almost exact intro without the taking clothes off part for another game that you've done, Frank.
Yep. I did. I found that's how I found this game during that game, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it the same.
Just reuse that intro. Okay. Yeah. I'm great. I'm scared. I'm happy to be here though.
Excellent. All right, and
so do me and Tom have no idea what we're doing now?
That's correct. Yes. Now you're both as confused and
scared.
Aghast.
And
so
frankly,
fine.
we're kind of pissed off because I did come wearing full leather, and when I saw Chris on camera, I was like, "What the hell?" I thought that was
it's kind of embarrassing. So while Matea's gone, we'll go to our next
because we got a matching set, Tom.
Yeah. Matea, how are you doing this evening?
I'm good. I had my first full day of teaching though, and my legs are tired. Other than that,
okay. A lot of chasing?
No chasing. Just standing.
Deadlifting. Okay, that makes sense, I guess.
Yeah, I feel this thing.
No chasing.
Yeah, okay, excellent. All right, and Boy Toy Tom.
There you go.
What?
I love it.
I
love it.
Boy Toy
Tom. And what do you got for Grace?
No, I didn't do anything for the women. I just did it for the guys. I feel okay over sexualizing men.
Yeah.
I feel like that's funny.
You feel like that was a safe play?
Yeah, that was a safe play. Yeah. But I would like to keep getting invented to events and stuff. It's one of those things that you play it safe sometimes. I mean, we'll see how tonight goes. I don't know. But
we'll never talk to him again.
I was like, I'll give the guys silly names. Hunters was gonna be headmaster. I googled like BDSM terms, and I tried to do like the ones with C's. I was like, I'm just gonna.
I feel like
do
this
Leather
is
Daddy
all
Chris.
like an excuse of you working backwards from someone finding search history on your phone.
Yeah, I was just going to say, what does your search history look like?
Yeah. I am on a list, baby.
No, that's why I was searching for it.
Yeah. Totally natural. Totally normal.
But how are you, Tom?
Yeah, how are you?
Oh, I'm well.
That's good.
Grace and I just finished game on Game Pass, Research and Destroy. And it's like
it's search and destroy.
Research and Destroy.
But it's a play on the term search and destroy.
It's the title is Research and Destroy.
Yeah, but okay.
So you keep messing. But what do you do?
You keep messing up the title, Chris.
No, I know. Okay.
So
you do research.
So you do. It's a play off of Search and Destroy.
Oh my
god. So basically it's turn-based third-person shooter, and it's like you're going against like little like zombies and vampires and ghosts and zombies and all that stuff, and so like you run around on your turn, like have like energy to either shoot or run and do all that, and then it's the bad guy's turn, and it allows split screen co-op. So Grace and I played it together, and it was a lot of fun. We beat it very quickly.
Cool.
And not because it was short, because We didn't do anything but play that
I'm
game.
blanking on the name of it. What's the alien one?
Oh,
XCOM?
yes, I know.
XCOM, yeah, XCOM,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's exactly the same, right?
It's hard to make a game in that style and not compare it to XCOM, especially if you remember the name, like I didn't. But yeah. So
Well,
XCOM
the only difference would be like XCOM would be like that top down. This is literally like behind the back third person
interesting.
shooter. So like on your turn, you're like running to get somewhere, and you'll see someone, and the enemy is just they're locked in place, and you shoot, but there's no stats on it. It's like you get them. Oh, you know what? It's like honestly, you know, it's like we played
like Narcos, the game
here.
we did.
Yes, imagine Narcos, but
The
executed
classic,
well.
GGN classic.
Right. This was just done perfectly.
Cool.
Just entertaining and fun, and they
That's
did a
called
good
Search
job.
and Destroy.
Yeah. Research. Grace, what about you? Do you have any thoughts?
And Grace,
Hello.
how are you doing on this wonderful night?
I am doing well. I am scared on this wonderful night.
As you should be.
As you should be.
Walked out at the right time.
Oh yeah, Matei didn't hear what it was.
It's
Oh,
just
you actually
boy.
said what it was?
Well,
no, and
Oh.
it's
Well, you'll find out soon. It'll happen soon.
I'll
he
wait.
tipped the hand a bit. If I can,
We're almost
play into
there.
the ethos of the.
Just the tip.
Okay.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, you know.
it was pretty good.
Listen,
Pretty
I
And I guess my lovely wife, Diana, what would you have anything to say? How was your day been?
Do you have anything to say?
I'm good, thank you. And tired. Yeah, pretty tired.
Yeah, she's staying up late tonight.
Making her stay up late
Be
for this
like,
video game.
Yeah,
this
This is
won't be
episode
fast.
69.
Yeah, this is gonna take a while.
Oh no.
Yeah, burning the midnight oil, everybody.
Oh no.
can I go make coffee?
Yeah, well, we'll see. No, I think the last game we played together, and it was half of us, I guess, was Spellbreak. Does anyone have any thoughts about it? Did you listen to the episode, watch the episode, play the game again?
I did none of those things.
I found myself like sitting around one evening wanting to play something, and I was like, you know, that would scratch the itch, but I had already uninstalled it, and the game's shutting down. So yeah, I'm not going back to it.
Oh,
But it
wow.
was a good game, and you know, it was fun.
It was really good.
Okay. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I did uninstall it. I still have it, but I haven't played it though.
If you would introduce me to it and it wasn't fading out, it would have been something that I would have been like, I'm going to try to get good at this.
Yeah.
Fair enough. And Chris, do you have any other podcast news just to talk about? Anything going on?
I appreciate the opportunity, Frank. Thank you for this time.
Okay.
In your episode dedicated to this, I don't.
All right, so just keep checking us out the same places.
Yeah, we are
I
on.
mean, if you're listening to this, you're already dedicated, so...
Yeah,
you know.
GarbageGameNight.com. You can find us on all social media, and every other Monday, hypothetically, we're recording an episode, or I'm streaming something every Monday. So yeah, come check us out on Twitch, GGNcast.
All right, so now let's get into it. Let's start the damage. The year is 2009,
Oh God.
the year of
It's a terrible
Minecraft,
year.
Batman Arkham Asylum,
Mm-hmm.
Borderlands, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2,
Oh, yeah,
Uncharted
good year.
2, Guitar Hero 5,
Wow.
which I don't know 5's maybe 4 was a little better. I don't know. Left 4 Dead 2,
Mhm.
Plants vs. Zombies,
Okay.
Halo 3 ODST,
Mhm.
so many classics.
Yeah.
But of course, none of them were as big as 50 Cent Blood on the Sand, which is the sequel to 50 Cent Bulletproof.
Yeah.
But of course, we're not playing any of those.
No.
We're playing the first ESRB M-rated game to be released for the WiiWare, which is the digital download library for the Wii. Sexy Poker.
Oh my god.
There you go. From the About This Game section, get your pulse racing with a game of strip poker against a selection of 6 lovely manga-style women
Oh, no.
Oh
who
no.
may wind up in nothing but swimsuits or underwear when the final hand is dealt. Choose the classic Texas Hold'em poker to be thrilled as the bets increase, or try the blackjack game for a mix of chance and strategy. Discover the girls' personalities. They'll bluff you. Enter the photo gallery, see the pictures you've unlocked by playing and winning. If you're good enough, Emi, Sakura, and their seductive
Oh my
girlfriends
God.
will bet their clothes to stay in the game. So, Chris, if you could launch
I pulled up the
strip poker
the
or sexy poker.
Wikipedia game cover because I wanted something on Twitch, and I just had a gag reflex. No, I'll.
Pull up the PowerPoint, then just do the first slide
Okay.
because this is important. The first slide's important.
Okay. The legal disclaimer. Okay.
Yeah.
Depending on jurisdiction and the particular circumstances of the game, strip games may encounter regulation on the grounds of clothes wearing or not wearing norms, gaming and gambling, and sexual expression. Additionally, verbally coercing someone to play a strip game is often considered a form of sexual harassment.
Wow, thank
Okay.
you.
So this is a
very
legal
informative.
disclaimer
But it's from
that everything
Wikipedia.
is consensual. All right. That we're doing. So we're talking. I think.
Why?
It's good to cover your faces.
It also says verbally
Oh,
coercing
boy.
someone.
Yeah.
Isn't that what you've done?
Aren't you verbally coercing us?
Yeah.
You know what, Tom? You're very handsome.
That only makes me
Listen.
feel more sexually harassed.
He's got that cop mustache. You better be careful.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh boy. So you can kind of give him because Tom, you're kind of. If I remember correctly from our poker episode, you were kind of the one of the best.
Yeah,
of
you
the
were
bunch.
a bit of a shark there.
If by one of the best you mean I kicked your asses, then yes.
Yeah. See, that's what we're talking about. So we might need your help on this.
Why are our wives here? Just
Well,
to
we're-
make it even worse?
Yeah, just to make it
Because it
worse.
would be creepy
So,
if it was just a bunch of guys playing strip poker
Where
with manga
it's not like-
girls.
It's not like they're at work one day and someone's like, "Oh, did you see your husband's podcast?" I can't believe they did that.
So-
And you say, "What?"
So they're
What
here
did they do?
to not get us in the doghouse? Is that?
Yeah, we're preemptively in the doghouse.
And I was gonna say normally I'd be like concerned because Twitch TOS. There's some iffy grounds about emulators and stuff, but this is a WiiWare game. This is and I'm very confused that you said it had an ESRB rating. How did it get an ESRB rating if it's WiiWare? Like this is the hacked
Yeah,
version
WiiWare
of a
games
Wii.
are ESRB rated.
Are they
Yeah.
really? Oh, I'm
Um,
thinking WiiWare is like the hacked.
No,
hacked
this
Wii.
is legit. Yo,
It's,
this
uh,
was
the Wii
okay.
store.
So I'll get into that a little bit. This game actually was on sale for 500 Wii points, which I believe was $5.
Oh my gosh, this is like okay.
Yep.
So this actually came out on the Nintendo Wii. I was thinking that it was the hacked thing. Okay.
Nope.
Was that not called the WiiWare?
2009. You go to the WiiWare store. You search in "sexy." This game pops up. You give them 500 points, but oh no, I only have 200 points left over. So then you go to the store. You buy a Wii card. They only have 800 points there. You buy the 800 points,
Wow.
and then you're
Oh
left over
no.
with yeah. So sweetheart, if you want to look, see what's going on. So the music, it's check it out. On Twitch,
I don't
guys.
like this, Frank.
Yeah, it's not the worst. As we'll see later.
So Frank,
You're
you
just
might
gonna
have gotten us out of the doghouse, but how about you?
Oh, I'm always in the doghouse. Yeah.
All right. You tell me,
The better
Frank.
question is, when aren't I in the doghouse? So real quick, she just scratched my hand. Some quick questions. Did you guys know this
Yes,
game
Dolphin.
existed?
No.
Have you ever
No.
heard of this
Frank.
game?
No.
Thought of this game?
I would not say that in front of my wife.
Okay.
So sad.
Well, what do you think? What do you think we're gonna? How spicy do you think we're gonna get tonight?
I don't know. It was
Not that
sold
spicy.
on Nintendo, so I guess not that spicy. I'm thinking you start off with a lot of clothes and you go down to the bikinis like they are on the title screen. I don't know. Is this really
Okay.
a thing I'm gambling on?
All the points. Now, depending on how you play, this could go kind of quick or not quick, and we'll modify the game as we go to make that work.
Okay.
Hit play.
Okay, play.
Sorry, I thought
Oh
you were
my
still playing with settings.
This is too much.
Yeah. So we start out with Sakura, who's age 21. Okay, everyone in this game,
They're all legal.
they're all legal. I'm 98% sure of
Yeah,
it.
Frank's
I
chopping
feel like
up
I
so
would have
much.
noticed if they said a different age. They're
do
all very
this.
young, but they're all professional women, all right, who are
What does
of
that
legal
mean?
age.
They're professional
legal
women.
age.
She's a nurse.
They have jobs, okay?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
They're not. Yeah, I think maybe there's a school. I don't think there's a school one. I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah, you're
I've
right.
heard-
She's
I did
clearly
beat
a
the
nurse.
game,
Yeah, she's got
But
her.
I beat the game last week, and
I don't know
so
how
much has
professional
happened.
she
I
is,
don't. She's a very professional nurse.
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
think they wear those hats anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe
okay,
in
so we
Japan,
can
I
do,
don't know. I'm not
we can
a-
do Texas Hold'em or Blackjack. Okay.
So what do we go, Tom? You're the card counter.
Texas Hold'em.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, we got the music now too.
What are you doing on the bed, Sakura? What are you kneeling in that
Oh my gosh.
sideways
What?
A
leg
full body
position?
checkup.
Full body checkup.
If you impress me,
Don't
I
you
might
guys get
give,
full body
You
checkups?
my what?
give you my what? Special treatment.
Oh no.
Why are you on the bed, Sakura? You just made the bed. You're not even looking at where we're playing cards. All right, we got an ace and a ace of spades and a 4 of clubs.
How much total money do we have?
Our stack is 290.
290.
And
We're
the pot
betting.
is currently.
Oh, this
30.
is her and us. Okay.
Well,
so-
she doesn't have a lot of money.
She
So-
does the this. We can really bully her around here.
Yeah, that's true. Let's just call though. Let's just.
You call it's very Nintendo music. I'm uncomfortable with that too. She raised 25.
Wow, she raised 25. Honestly, we only have a high card of ace. I would fold if it was real life. But
Listen, we can't
Let's-
take any clothes off.
But we're gonna
Tom
call
wants
this
to see.
foreplay is useless
her
if there
in
is no
nothing.
play. She says.
Oh my god, I can't.
why don't we each? Do you want to each take her like per hand? Each
Sure.
rotate
This
who
is
makes
you.
the choices.
This is you, Tom. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna fold.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, pretty boring.
You fold.
You folded? Oh my gosh.
Wait, I lost. Like I lost the hand or the whole game?
What's this penguin dude?
Grace. Let's just do it like that, Grace.
Wow, that's a great hand. So what is
Two
this
of diamonds
supposed-
and,
I can't ask for
queen
more
of
cards.
spades.
No, it's Texas Hold'em. So you start with 2, and then everything else is shared from
You
there.
gotta check
So
to
like,
keep going.
Okay, so I guess
Push
I'll
my
check.
button.
you can check.
Go ahead.
I
Push
guess
my
I'll,
buttons,
I'll
baby.
check.
Listen, we're missing a lot of stuff.
You check my
she
turn.
is the worst.
The flop is a 4 of hearts,
The flop is
8 of clubs, and
awful.
an ace. Nothing for us.
It's
What do you think,
terrible.
Grace?
What do we do?
You can either bet or check.
How do I get another
Check doesn't
card?
cost us anything.
Yeah, check
You gotta
doesn't
wait
cost
for the
us
other
anything.
two.
No,
Okay,
but
so-
she has those. She uses those cards too. The way Hold'em works is she has 2 cards that are just for her.
Oh, and we look at them and we say, "Oh, do these match my cards?" Is that how that works?
I didn't realize you didn't know how to play. I'm finding this out in real time.
Sure.
You should check.
So it
Let's
doesn't
check.
cost anything to check.
Yeah. So now you,
You both
have a
have a
pair of eights, right?
She
But
also probably has a pair of eights.
no, she
She
definitely does because we're sharing these with her.
Yeah, I understand that part. So she probably has a pair,
Yes.
At least.
but she might have more.
Yes.
Is
Yes.
what I'm saying.
Yes. You should just probably check.
Let's check.
We're hoping for a queen.
The river
Shit.
is
awful.
a king that we have nothing, and she raised
I'm gonna
$10.
fold.
Gonna fold the big fold. You lose.
Damn it, Sakura! Honestly, I'm worried about her posture. It's gonna be painful.
That's not a. She's gonna start cramping up for sure.
Yeah.
But also,
Yeah.
like, we have to take all of her money away until we. Okay, let's be clear here. The goal of this game, there's a goal of this game that I'm uncomfortable saying, but we have to take all of her money before her clothes start coming off.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
And then
if
she'll
you would,
pay us in
I
clothes.
thought we'd figure that out at this point. If you just, why don't you keep just raising for a little bit, and you'll see. Just keep raising.
Oh, so when they run out of money, you can force them to. Okay, boy, I'm feeling uncomfortable. All right.
I thought there was no
Or
bullying
play
in
is
this.
useless if there is no play.
Play the
That's
game
what she just said.
legitimately, Chris.
All right.
It's the only
I
way
think
to
we
dodge
should
the creepiness.
I think we
Raise.
should
Oh,
just
you
keep
call-
her
oh,
clothes
come on.
on.
I gotta get something. Okay, I got a pair of 7s now. Now I can
But there's also
bet, I guess.
And 8, 7, 8, 9.
yeah, which is scary because there could be could be a straight lingering
Just-
around there.
So
Bet
I raised it
$100.
100, and she just went for it. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is she interested in poker, or is she interested in taking her clothes
All right,
off?
we
That's
got-
Well.
So it would be
Oh, no.
9, 9,
A little bit A,
7,
little bit
7
of B.
queen for us.
Oh, I don't understand this game.
So I have. All right,
It
we're
looks
gonna
great.
check it.
She raised.
She
still got
raised
10 bucks left,
I love
Chris.
it. You
Raise,
raised.
Raise that-
raise, raise,
Get,
said
come on,
raise
Chris.
it.
Get that money.
All right, I'm gonna take your
225.
last $10. You're out of money, Sakura. I bet some clothes for 200.
Oh,
She.
Just call.
Where are her clothes?
Call.
Oh, she doesn't take them off
Well, no.
for the bet.
Yeah,
Okay,
she
that
doesn't
makes
take
sense.
them off until she loses. So she's bet,
For
and
200,
if you
so we're
keep-
all in?
I gotta call it.
you
Do we get to
call-
see us?
No. She gets $200, and she only used 10 of that.
Oh,
I
I
believe.
We
understand.
won.
So we have a
Oh,
full
we
house
won.
now.
Yeah, we
We won.
bet huge.
Bet
Should I bet her more?
$100.
Yes.
How can she? How can she call that? She doesn't have. Does she have
She'll
more
take
clothes?
off more
She has
clothes.
190. Chris, she has money right there.
Where did? Okay.
Oh, we
I guess I
crushed
don't
her.
understand strip poker. We win.
Oh
and
no,
There's a kiss. Well, darling, I always let the hot ones win. Looks like I need to remove some clothes.
oh boy.
Okay, she lost. That's not bad. That's
That's
not
not
bad.
so
she
bad.
lost her.
This
she
feels
lost
bad,
her
you
high
know?
heels and
She's
her
not-
hat.
She's in the hat.
Somehow it looks more normal now. It's just like, okay, it's
This is
Yeah, you should wear your shoes on the
OSHA
bed.
should have been called on her before. But
Yeah.
all right, Mateo, it's
Yeah.
your turn.
Oh, well,
Yeah, that was a sanitation issue.
remember how poker went last time?
Oh, you want to bet or check?
Oh, you don't remember? Oh, okay.
Did you beat me?
Are you scared?
You don't remember?
No.
Oh, wow. I'll remind you
Disconcerting.
later.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant playing Texas Hold. I got it. Okay.
Yeah, you got it. Good. Just making sure.
Yo, women have a lot
Check.
more buttons.
What?
That's what she said. She goes, women have a lot more buttons.
Oh, check. Yeah.
We have nothing. 50-50 makes her put something else in.
Okay. Trying to play Frank's game here.
Yes, this is Frank's game for the record.
Let's
There's a queen. We got a pair.
Okay.
That's helpful.
Guess you should raise it some more.
Raise.
Okay, just keep putting
Take it
money
all.
on it. I don't
Wow.
know. at
She
this point.
folded.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I hope
Just
you're having a good time at least. Why are we in the hospital, Sakura? Am I sick? Oh my goodness.
Oh, no.
She got some fancy
boy.
lingerie. Okay.
Got
Now
the
it's-
ruffles.
Yeah, we got a king and a jack. Are you scared? She says.
Yes.
Who?
Diana's going.
What's the
No,
phone?
she doesn't want. Okay, I say raise 100.
Oh my god.
I mean, that's a great hand. The King Jack suited is.
I think
it's
Diana made the
nice.
right choice. This was a test, and Diana is the only one who's won so far.
I can't turn away.
Oh.
Okay, raise 100.
Yeah, you got a 4 out of 5 straight. Okay, bet 100.
Raise again 100.
Okay,
That-
pair of
that-
kings.
that-
Bet 100.
that could-
Bet
Bet
100.
could be worse.
Okay. Are they just really bad at poker? Is that what we're getting
She's
at
so
here?
bad.
I hope you're having a good time
Listen,
at least.
the thing about poker is with
No.
computers, you can usually beat them.
Okay, she took off her lingerie thing. She's in a bikini now. All right.
Okay.
It's called underwear.
Underwear. Well, I mean, it's like a bikini
Why don't you
strap.
tie it in the
back.
back like a
listen,
bikini would be, right?
Nobody ties
Yeah.
their bras like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
that's
right.
a
No, you're right.
bikini.
Well, maybe in Japan. I don't know. Japan bras.
No,
Someone
not
Googled
with a rack
Japanese
like
bra?
hers.
Okay, I won't
That's
do it.
uncomfortable.
That's right there.
Tom.
Check.
Tom's playing the strategic. You still got a pair of 2s, Tom. And there's a 10, so we have a pair of 2s.
She's gonna check.
Ooh.
I guess you got to check.
Let's bet 100. See if we can get her. See if we
That
can
seems
get her
like
to
the right
fold
thing to
again.
do. She folded.
I knew it.
Listen, you just put a little pressure and she's done. It's gonna be the tights, and then what has she done?
Yeah, now she took her tights off, so she's just in. It is a bikini.
She's got to be done now.
Congratulations, come here to get your medicine. I'd better get dressed quickly, though. I think the doctor is coming.
I
Man, you need
hope
to
the
be
doctor
fired.
walks in right now.
Who are
New
we?
girl unlocked. We've unlocked a girl.
Are-
She was
are we-
locked
Oh
up.
my
Where
god.
was she locked up, Frank?
We're
There's
saving
actually a
them.
category for that online. But
Category.
anyway,
What?
we don't need that right at the moment. You can go to the next girl.
Okay.
We'll talk over the second
Let's
girl, and I
go
think
to
by
the
the third
next
girl, that's when
girl.
we'll start the PowerPoint.
You keep talking about unlocking these girls, and it's making me uncomfortable. Okay, I'm gonna go to the next girl
I
that we've
mean,
unlocked.
Yeah. Who is 22?
Emmy.
Emmy is 22.
All right.
Okay.
Let's do some blackjack.
You want to do black? Okay.
They're
okay.
getting
well,
older.
Hi there. No one can bluff their hand like I can. You'll never be able to tell which cards I have, but I'll always know what's in your hand.
Started high.
Tom, you start.
Hit. I don't know how to play back.
Okay,
Oh,
nice.
Whoa.
Hit.
Hey,
21.
Lucky Tom.
You could.
Grace.
A hit. I
14.
guess
You want to hit?
another hit.
24. Bust.
God damn it, Grace.
You bust a little too pushy. Matea. Oh, you
Oh.
won
Oh.
21 right off the bat. You get to do another one. She lost her. Oh no, she's
Her
lost her high
shoes.
heels. Her poor high heels.
Why
Those are
everyone? Why
uncomfortable.
their position seems
Ooh.
so uncomfortable?
I
Yeah.
guess hit.
Nope. She started with 21, so we just lost. A stand.
Guess so.
Okay.
So real quick,
Yeah,
while we're doing
I
this,
just keep
let's
doing
talk
this
a
and
little
you
bit
redo it,
about,
yeah.
about the developer.
Yeah.
Gameloft Montreal, they started making this series because it actually started on mobile phones, believe it or not.
No, I can't believe
A lot
that. This
of,
is too high quality.
A lot of Gameloft games, mobile games, iOS, older mobile phones like the Wii's ones I believe were pre Android.
Well, why aren't her clothes coming up?
Because we have to get to 375.
Matea's like.
Matea's invested now.
"What's happening?"
Why aren't the clothes coming off faster though?
Didn't
What's
she
the
already-
next piece gonna be?
It shows you what the next piece is going to be each time.
It does blink for a second, yeah. Looks like I have to remove some clothes. Oh, you put your shoes back on?
Yeah, she put him
Yeah,
back
she
on.
put
What
them
are
back
we?
on.
That's,
Wow.
that's not
That's
how
not
it
how
works.
strip poker works.
Once you lose the clothes, you don't get them back.
Oh man.
So, based off of what Matea just said, the
Oh.
first question of the night: has anyone here ever played strip poker?
No,
Sure
Personal?
enough.
No.
Tom's scared to say that he has.
My very first game of poker.
Yes, we've played strip poker, as a
There you
good
go.
married couple of 12 years should.
And that's why I asked him if he remembered it, because I wrecked him.
Well, my mind was in GGN mode, so I was thinking about Frank's game, Texas Hold'em.
No,
Oh, no.
no, but okay, all right. Diane, have you ever played strip poker? No. Okay. All right. My fruit of a wife has never done it.
It's never too late.
Yeah.
And you?
You know that
I-
me and
well-
Tom haven't because
Good
he just
question.
found out I don't know how to play.
Listen, that's when Chris found out I
Tom's
didn't
like,
know
"I
how
have
to
a
play
great
poker.
Yeah, right. He's like, so.
Yeah.
You don't know to the degree where I could just make up the rules. It's like-
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I have as well. But it was
Frank, she
but
only
it
has a
wasn't-
couple
it wasn't-
pixels left. Frank,
Oh, there we go. Wow.
you can get my pants off for starters. What in the world?
What?
New girl unlocked. There's more girls that are locked up, Frank. We have to keep unlocking them.
Yeah, you need to save all the girls.
We do have to save all the girls.
I feel like none of these girls are the girls on the cover.
That's
yeah,
that
they
one.
are.
This one
no,
is
no.
isn't.
No.
No?
No, that's
like
like
they're posed differently.
I'll be
No.
honest. I wasn't looking at their faces.
Listen,
No, but you're right. You're right. None of them are the same girls.
Wait, this one's a police officer?
and she's 30?
Good for her.
Yeah.
Pretty ain't dead.
You know?
Good for her.
It seems.
I mean, eventually you have to retire.
Okay, she's not a very good police officer, though. She's saying Officer Yui on duty?
Yeah.
I mean, you can't do that. You're in your squad car right now.
No police officer wears a skirt that
To
short.
serve only the handcuff and baton treatment. Oh my.
That sounds bad.
Gameloft, and this is specifically made by Gameloft Montreal. They made this series for mobile phones originally. They started in 2004, and I believe they made 3 entries, with the last one being in 2006. But they made a bunch of like mobile games. I don't see an exact count, but I'm going through a long list of them, and I pulled a couple out because they're the ones who made the mobile version of Fast and Furious 6.
Oh.
And that was on Android, iOS, J2ME, and they did Fast 5, a lot, like any kind of game you would think would be a bad mobile game. There's a good chance they may have made it, anywhere from the mid 2000s. Recently though, Steam actually fed me a recent game they've done,
Okay.
and I think it's still in
You got straight, Chris.
early access.
Straight,
Oh,
you got
no.
a straight.
Oh, I didn't see the straight. I folded.
Never fold. So they're making a game currently called Disney Dreamlight Valley.
Yeah, it's a natural move from strip
Yeah.
poker to
Yeah,
Disney
listen,
games.
they kind of got out of the strip poker game. I think this was the last of the series. You know what I mean?
There
So
was
they got onto bigger and better
more?
things. And here are a couple of reviews. Sub Pop Culture says it's Animal Crossing meets Kingdom Hearts. Epic D says, in case you're thinking if you should get this game now or wait till the full release, that will be for free, and you're a person that can wait, not like me, then I would advise you to wait for the 100% full release, because right now you can get early release, but you're paying like collector's edition or something like that. You know what I mean? You're kind of like pre-ordering it. And the last review is from Crusader of Hell, who's got some opinions. They say the only thing I have to say is bring more male clothing and gestures to the game. There's no reason for Disney Sims like this game to only be for women and the gays. Straight men love Disney too.
All right, so
Is he-
mixed opinion on that game.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. All right. Maybe he could have said it differently, but and the gays.
Yeah,
But,
anytime you
so
say
anyway.
the gays, just hold on a
Yeah.
second.
I mean,
Wait a second, huh? What? But yeah, it seems
Chris, it'd be more cost effective
I
for
don't
you
know
to
how it
start
works.
over at this point. She's
Oh, Chris, you have $85.
yeah, she
Yeah.
wrecked you.
Okay, hold on. I have a good hand now. All right, so
You've just been pushing buttons.
Classic police
That's-
officer, you know,
I had,
just
had a
taking money
straight and I
from.
didn't realize it. All right, so
your
now we're
average
good.
citizen.
We're good now.
Oh yeah, he's got some money back.
All right.
What happens when you get to $0?
That is a good question.
You lose.
Oh,
That's
okay.
it.
I don't have
Yeah,
any
you
clothes.
lose.
Is the assumption that I'm already naked?
Yeah.
I was in the hospital.
Why
I
you
think
got
I've been
police
down-
officers
I'm
there,
in-
over,
Chris?
yeah.
You're being arrested.
I'm being arrested because I'm naked and she offers
Yeah.
to play a game of strip poker with me. Okay.
And when she loses
Yeah.
the clothing, you get them to wear.
Yeah, you walk away wearing
I
your
like,
outfit.
I like the
You're
lore
a
of
police
this
officer
game.
at the end.
I'm going all in with my pair of 8s. Two
Wow.
pair
Get
of
you
shit.
pair.
It feels like
I now have $0.
Oh my god, 0.
There you go.
Yeah,
Boom.
retry.
You want to retry? Boom.
it feels like Chris. If she's calling $100 bet, she probably has something. She doesn't. It doesn't seem like they bluff that much.
Listen,
Yeah.
she's older and wiser than the other two.
That's
Yeah.
true.
That's right.
Bet 100 on all of them, and she's okay. She didn't fold that time.
That is a tactic. That's how I kind of speed ran it. Towards once I got halfway through the game, I was like, all right, let me just go for broke.
Are you betting
And it works
just your
sometimes.
tie, ma'am? Ma'am, this is a serious game. You're not gonna get $100 for your tie.
Listen, that first girl took off like 3 pieces in the first one.
I let you win because you're hot. Nice.
Oh, there goes the tie.
I'm surprised her buttons are still done up though.
I guess it's the
No.
same dialogue from the first one. She's gonna be like, "Do you know women have more buttons than men?" Like, okay.
It's not good, guys. It's not good. But we're gonna keep going in. You're gonna raise it $10.
Oh,
Raise
I'd
it
be worried.
$100, you coward.
I'd be worried at this point.
Betting her hat.
Chris is
Yeah, there's the
Chris
king.
is just
Oh.
throwing money at her. at
That was
this point.
helpful.
You have 2 6s and 2 kings.
Yeah, 2 pair.
Wow, that king saved us.
She had nothing. Yeah, she,
she
didn't
had,
have anything.
yeah, that was bizarre. She just had the pair on
She's
the board.
about to have nothing on.
You're
You're rock hard, she says. Looks like I need to remove some clothes. Okay. If your superior officer were to see this, she's losing a lot of clothes at once.
Why
Okay.
did she lose so many at one time?
because
it was such a big bet.
yeah, that was like $500. I think you rented it.
She.
I hate how the way the cards are laid out. The card in the back, you can almost
Can't see the suit. Yeah.
yeah.
Ma'am, the pot is $800. You don't want to do this.
She's negative money right now.
You can look, but
I
you
just
can't
won
touch.
$1,700 from this police officer, and I have all your clothes as well.
I don't know. I like that bathing suit.
Yeah, they all have bathing suits on underneath like their police uniform.
Yeah, but like, where
It
can
would
you
be
buy
tough
this
Go
to
swimming
bathing
afterwards.
suit?
afterwards.
It would be tough to neutralize you in some dark alley. Tough, but so nice, ma'am.
Ooh.
Ma'am.
Thanks.
I need to file a complaint. We've unlocked another girl.
Let's go
I
save
want
her.
bathing suit.
Misaki. Oh, she's a race car driver.
Nobody races in that outfit.
Tate, I think Masaki is one of the ones on the title screen.
Tom knows.
Yeah, I'm a big.
Because he's just very,
I'm a big
he's
fan of-
very observant.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's the mustache. It's the mustache. He's more observant
It
now.
makes you more observant. The mustache does.
It's not that he's
Plus
ever
3
played
perception.
this before.
Yeah.
I
That's
think
exactly
All right,
right.
Masuki is his
let's
favorite.
go to our first part of the slideshow
Slides.
presentation,
Okay,
Chris.
I'm gonna put the
while we're
slide
doing this.
this over here on Twitch. Okay, we have strip poker trivia. Is that what I'm on, Frank?
Yep.
Oh my god. Okay.
Okay, there we go. Okay, the first question: in which movie is strip poker not featured? A. In Time, starring Justin Timberlake and
Oh, I saw that movie. We
what's
saw
that
that.
lady?
Remember that?
Who's the lady in it? I can't tell. She's too small on the screen. A. In Time. B. Friday the 13th. C. The Blues Brothers. Or D. American Pie 2.
You're
Let's
taking all
not
of our
have
answers,
strip
right?
Poker.
All of the answers,
Friday the
and I'm
13th.
gonna only mark down the people who got it right.
I'm gonna say American Pie 2.
My answer, Frank, is C, because it's been so long since I've seen Blues Brothers. I don't remember there being a
What'd you
strip
say?
poker scene.
I don't know. So I have a question. Does Friday the 13th have one?
That's the question. What are you
Yeah.
talking
That's the question.
I'm cheating.
about? You're cheating?
Yeah.
You're not,
You
it's
thought
like
you could catch Frank off guard?
Nice one.
it's like the most transparent cheat of all time.
If you answer me,
What if
then
you
I'm
tell me
just
the
like
answer
not
right
my
now?
fault. I think
I'll take.
yeah. I'm gonna say
Necessarily remember. I just think that Frank put American Pie 2 in as like a red herring. That's what I think.
I I don't know. It doesn't seem very red herring-ish.
Pretty sure they do a lot of stripping in their American Pie
What
too.
a red herring is.
I don't know. Yeah, I thought you knew how to play poker too. I just know.
So anyway, I'm gonna go with C.
The only people who are right are Grace and Chris.
Yes.
It was C.
Never
There was
seen
no
that
strip
movie.
poker in the Blues Brothers.
Could've
But there
been.
was an American Pie 2, not American Pie 1. That's why American Pie 2 is there. On what TV network was the show Strip Poker on from 1999 to 2000? Was it A, Spike, B, USA, C, G4 TV, or D, TNT?
Is that a real thing?
And I
I
put the
remember
logo
that
on all
being
the
a real
screenshots
thing.
from the show.
You went through a lot of work to do that. Nice.
Listen, I don't know
Yeah,
half
it's very lazily done.
half of these
I remember seeing it. It was like
I'm
one of
gonna
those
go with
scandalous things as a kid.
TNT. It seems
Okay,
like
Mateus says TNT.
Sorry, no, you just saw my name.
I'm gonna go with Spike.
Yeah, I got to go with
Spike,
Spike
okay.
also.
Okay.
I'm
Grace?
gonna go with Spike. I was not alive during this time. I'm just
Right,
kidding.
you-
I was not in the States. Does that count?
I think you were alive, Grace.
Yeah, you were alive.
Oh yeah, you,
Come on.
you were alive.
I was not old enough to watch this.
Right.
There you go.
I was
All
like
right,
8
and-
years old, not even.
The answer is B,
Really?
USA.
Wow.
Five.
Not like where
Yeah,
they
no
would
one
show
got it right.
Clueless or something ridiculous.
No, they would just get down to their underwear every time.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
So
Wow.
it was very
Classy.
it was quite the tease of a show. But when you're a little kid, you're like, oh my god, what? They put what on TV?
You can't do
You
that on
know?
TV. I'm having a tough time with blackjack.
Yeah, for me, blackjack was very hard. Oh. Which game have we previously mentioned on the podcast that has a strip poker parody? A, The Cycle Frontier. B, Telltale Texas Hold'em. C, World Series Poker. Or D, Poker Night at the Inventory.
It's got to be.
It's
Has
gotta
to
be
be
B.
right.
I think it's D because we played Poker Night, didn't we?
Has anyone? I'm just kidding.
Chris, what'd you say?
I'll
D,
do
Poker
D.
Night at the Inventory.
D. Okay, so Tom, Chris, and Grace said D. Tom, you said C.
Yeah.
Matei said B.
Mm-hmm.
The answer is D.
Yeah.
Poker Night at the Inventory, and I believe it's just called Strip Poker Night at the Inventory. And don't Google it because it is somewhat problematic with its character choices.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
Which game can you buy for $36 on Etsy? A. Welder Strip Poker. B. Quilter Strip Poker.
What?
C. Crystal Strip Poker. Or D. Farmhouse Strip Poker.
What is the
Crystal,
difference?
What are these?
like rocks, like crystal
It could
rocks.
be. It could be. It could
Like
be a
if-
Crystal Mommy strip poker game. You know, you're Crystal Mommy and you want to play strip poker.
I'm gonna go with farmhouse strip poker.
I'm very interested in what they could be.
Like, how do you buy them?
Yeah, what do you
buy it on
do?
Etsy.
What do you need?
You buy it on
to play
Etsy and you
strip
get
poker?
the you get the
I
card.
need
Once I
more
get-
information.
I'm going with Quilter.
Okay, as soon as we get the answer, can I please Etsy this to figure
Yeah,
out?
I would like to
Don't
Etsy
worry, there's a
prior.
slide for it.
Oh,
you have
okay,
a slide.
cool.
You
Good.
have there's a slide. Don't worry.
Awesome.
So I'm gonna go with welder strip poker.
Okay.
Old. Nice.
Matea
Farmhouse.
and Chris.
Crystal.
Wow.
Okay, and Tom was right with Quilter.
I
Strip
almost
poker.
got that one.
Next
Yeah,
slide.
there it is. Sure enough. Did you blur her face out for her sake?
Yeah, I did. I did
Okay.
for those old women's sake. Yeah.
Wait, I don't
'Cause
understand.
you're quilting strips
Oh.
off of poker cards. You get the strips
You
off of
tricked
poker
us.
cards.
It's actually very
You-
sweet.
Yeah, no, I know. That's
Oh.
yeah.
Why is it called that?
Because they're making sales. They're marketing
Yeah,
geniuses.
it's a great listing. Because when you type in strip poker on Etsy, this pops up and you go, hold on a second.
So you were searching
I-
strip poker on Etsy, you're telling me.
I love the
I
idea of
kinda
like
wanna buy
some
this.
some bro being on like, okay, I'm gonna get like a cool strip poker thing, and he's like, wait a
From
minute,
Etsy.
I think this has lit my passion for quilting.
Yeah. You know what? I would like to diversify my quilt patterns, you know?
I'm gonna put this on my Etsy favorite store.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
it's
I
$36,
wanna get one.
so,
No, that's not bad. Right, Grace? We're gonna
There
start
you
a
go.
quilting club, right?
Yeah, and the first thing
Oh
that we're
my
gonna do is
God.
quilter strip poker.
I can't wait.
Yep.
For which game did TriviaBliss.com make alternative rules for us to turn it into a stripping game?
Oh,
A. Trivial
Family
Pursuit.
Feud.
B. Jeopardy. C. Family Feud. Or D. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
I'm gonna
So
say.
Grace yelled Family
but
Feud. I
I'm
don't know if she was joking or
joking
not.
about that one.
Okay.
I promise. That's a lot of Alabama. If it is Family Feud. Okay, so
I hadn't thought about that angle of it.
yeah. I'm gonna say Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
I agree. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Trivial Pursuit.
I'll go Jeopardy.
All right. And Matea is correct with Trivial Pursuit.
Wow.
They have a thing, and they mentioned you can do a family-friendly version by putting clothes on. And I say just play the normal game. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't bring it up. Don't ever even think about doing that.
You can tweak
All
your
right.
Also add that to my
Trivial
cart.
Pursuit rules and play them with your clothes on.
Yeah, they recommend you if you want to do it. You do start at least 7 pieces of clothing. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, you always
it's
wear
a-
socks.
I like
And
that. Just like a
everything
wholesome
else.
family was killed last night
Yeah.
when
my
they all
God.
died from heat exhaustion from playing clothes on Trivial Pursuit.
Extra clothes, reverse strip poker. Just don't say strip poker on your family. That's the key. Don't do that.
After
So we have a
52
bonus
layers,
question.
they were not able to remove
Chris,
the
you go to the next
clothes.
question. So, which garbage game night game is banned in New Zealand?
Unrelated
Now, this isn't
to
for
strip
necessarily
poker.
sexual reasons, but I was doing some research and got into banned games, and one of these games is banned in New Zealand. If you want to guess which one it is,
It's that
A
middle
is
one.
Reservoir Dogs, B is Hatred, C is the Scorpion King, and D is Fight Club.
Hatred.
Yeah,
Hatred.
That's tricky. Yeah, Hatred is a mass murder simulator game that we played, and you're not allowed to stream it on Twitch. So that's a real high contender. But also, I remember I did the research for all these games, and I remember Reservoir Dogs touted how banned they were around different countries. So I'm going to go with A.
Wasn't the movie Fight Club kind of like controversial in some places too?
Yeah,
I believe so.
And this was like officially licensed and everything.
What if we said all of them?
I
Okay.
Double check.
I say B.
I'm gonna go
Okay.
with Tay Tay on this one.
This isn't good.
Okay.
And
We
me.
stopped watching you play poker.
And Chris says A, and Tom, you want to say
I said
B as well?
B too. Yeah.
So 3 B's and an A.
Yeah.
Tied.
The A has it. It was Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah.
Wow.
Chris is losing really badly to this chick.
Hatred's definitely.
Now, hatred was kind of banned in Germany. I think they,
It's because the Nazi stuff in it, I think.
I think they just took that out,
Yeah.
or they changed something and then it was fine. Or I think it was also maybe where you could sell it or something. They figured it out. You can technically have it in Germany now, but
Good for them.
Yeah.
They figured it out.
yeah, Chris got 3 points, and Grace got 2 points.
4 points.
Matei got 1 point, and Tom got 1 point.
Aww.
Yeah.
I'll take his point.
Diana? Diana didn't
That
get
doesn't get any points yet.
Wow. Wow.
She also said she didn't want to win the prize tonight too, so it's not like
Oh no.
She wants the
I don't-
I'm
prize.
not
like
saying
the
she's
sound of
and
that.
also, and she chose to look at the screen with the answers sheet, because at first I was like, oh, she's not going to notice I have one slightly
want that.
bolder than the other ones, but she did.
Well, we still appreciate your company, Diana.
Yeah. So
Gonna bait her into this one. Son of a bitch. Had a pair of kings and I couldn't get her to raise
Chris,
it
why would you bet 50?
Because I didn't want it. She keeps folding when I do
Yeah, it's in the-
100. So when I
Oh,
got a pair
really?
of kings, I was trying to bait her into it.
Has she taken off anything yet?
Not
now we
not
just
in this
started
one.
again, right?
Yeah, no, because I keep like getting the pot so high that it's like this piece, but then I lose. We gotta keep unlocking these girls. Nice. Pair of kings, nothing else.
I mean, we can guess what color her
3
bathing suit
kings.
is.
She's raising
Okay.
50.
I say pink.
I say blue.
Say white.
But will we ever find out?
I think Matea's right. I think blue.
That's a straight. Okay, we got
I
this
mean,
one.
blue would match her eyes. You know, it'd be a good color.
It would. But you know
Absolute-
what? I think
She'll
pink's
have a straight
probably
too, though.
wrong now because the car is red and there's
Okay.
just too many. Well, no, I don't know. I'm gonna say
Some
pink.
mistakes are too fun to make only once. Looks like I need to remove some clothes.
Oh, it's just
Oh,
gonna
wait,
be
she
the
might have
blue.
something pink on.
8 and
No,
7.
she still has to take her shirt off.
It's totally pink. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I think you might be right.
Yes.
Grace and I have turned this into a different
I
game.
was gonna say you've embraced it somehow.
Would not have expected this.
You went from
This is
mortified
why-
to making bets
Why
about what
we
they're
bring
wearing.
the women on.
This would have been creepy with just guys. Yeah, Jack and
I told
8.
you.
Next
Nobody would have
round,
wondered
would
her
we
color.
buy the bathing suit? Yes or no?
I would have
No.
bought the police officer's bathing suit.
Yeah, it was a nice one.
It was a good look.
She called it. Pair of 8s.
Come on. We want to know what the bathing suit looks like.
Pair of Jacks. We got it. I'm almost certain. I do feel like this game is a little tilted that their hands are always terrible. I've never seen them with anything higher than a 2-pair. We tied on a 2-pair and it counted. Oh, I had a higher pair.
Pink.
Feast your eyes. A look is all you're getting. Looks like I need to remove some clothes.
orange?
Oh,
It's
orange.
orange.
How would that cover up by the white outfit? That doesn't work.
I feel jaded.
I don't like this
feel-
bathing suit.
Yeah.
Or lingerie or
It's
whatever.
actually
Playing
a
against
lot
someone
more
with such
like
skill.
lingerie-y. It's a lot more
Yeah, it looks like
underwear
it's got, like, some-
bra-y.
Why-
Ooh, Mika's the girl from
Just
the
fixing
front.
something.
Mika is my cat, so that's not cool.
Love that for us.
No, Mika,
We're
no.
playing volleyball and she's leaning the other way, just shaking her butt at us. It's just.
That's a very Mika
I don't
thing
think
to
she
do.
wants to play poker, to be honest. Her heart's not in it. Pair of
I like
sevens.
her outfit in general. Okay, what color, Matea?
I'm pretty sure this one's gonna be purple, mainly because I think I recognize her from the front. And don't tell me she's gonna take her glasses off as her first outfit, because that's gonna really wreck the rest of her game.
I think it.
Glasses and the wristband.
Oh, all right. I think it's gonna be blue.
If she's the girl I think it is, she's the one with the largest chest on the front cover.
I fall. I call.
But as we know, based off of the other part, is she's not going to turn around. And we just keep it at one angle. So that's it. All right.
So,
right.
what kind is it? Like the Brazilian bottoms, like that we saw in Miami?
Oh no,
The
this
one where
isn't
it's
good.
basically just their butt.
Yeah.
This isn't good. Oh, I had a
Chris,
straight
you're
and
gonna
I
have to
didn't
find
know
out.
it. Okay.
Grace,
Yeah,
you're
I'm great at
really
poker.
bad at seeing that.
I am. I'm terrible at seeing the straights. Feast your
Blue,
eyes.
blue,
A look is all
blue,
you're
blue.
getting.
That's why we
Ooh,
have you
does she
playing
have
this
She had a
game.
jacket on.
Does she
Oh,
have a-
she's got a.
Does she have a tramp stamp
Little tramp
on,
stamp?
or is that her bathing suit sticking up?
I think
Oh,
that's a tramp
no, that
stamp
looks
for
like a
sure.
that looks like a trip stamp. Yeah.
Like angel wings or something.
No,
I
it looks like-
also
it looks
am,
like,
95% sure
tribal.
that it's actually green. So,
It looks like tribal.
but that's only
So
'cause
she had
of
a
the
shirt underneath her sweater. Seems hot.
Yeah, that's pretty irritating.
She was playing the family version of.
Oh yeah, I definitely knew I had a flush. Uh huh. Now I'm all hot and bothered. Looks like I need to remove some clothes. It's green. You're
Yeah.
both wrong.
No, she said green.
No, I said
Oh,
it
did
because
she?
I
Oh,
saw
wow.
the string.
Brazilian
Yeah, I saw the
look.
string, so I was like, "Oh, it's green. Okay." It was
Congratulations.
purely
We've unlocked
cheating.
more girls.
Okay.
Freed them.
Do you think you're playing?
That's the only reason Chris plays. Is he's like, we need to free these women.
Oh, we got a professional. Maybe that's the purple.
This is the
chick.
last one?
This is the last one.
All
All
right.
right. This is what I like to call a brief history of sexy games.
Mm-hmm.
Before we get started, would anyone like to guess how many games we're going to be going over during this section?
Oh my God.
I hope like a reasonable amount, like 5.
Oh,
7.
Chris.
I'm gonna guess 40.
69.
Okay.
Ah.
Oh, that would okay. Listen, okay, it probably would have been closer to Tom and Grace, but I had to cut some for time. So the answer is 30. We're going over 30 games.
Frank,
I want a
we're on
point.
slide 12 of 35 of your presentation, Frank.
Yeah,
Chris,
yeah,
Frank, do I get a point?
yeah. Tom, you were close. You were closest, so you got a point there.
Okay.
I didn't get to
Tom
play.
gets a point.
Oh yeah, Grace. Guess if you just guess 30.
Yeah.
She got the bathing suit color right that one time.
Okay, so we're gonna start out with what is considered, one of the first adult games.
It's what the
It's a soft
connoisseurs
porn
consider
adventure.
the first. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Put the
comedic
sewer in
adult-oriented text
connoisseur.
adventure game. It's produced for the Apple II in 1981, and in the game, you're playing a down on his luck guy who's a party animal, and he's looking for items that'll win the affection of these beautiful women. Softline, which is like a magazine called the Atari version of it, a refreshing change of pace from the average software game, but criticized its sexism, noting the inability to seduce men and reporting that the praiser, does not recognize the word woman. So, the parser, sorry. So
Right.
they're saying like, it was a sexist, the idea of that, it was only for men to flirt with women. Some are longer, some are shorter. This one is these are all released in 1982. Sometimes these are
Pink
bundled
Panther?
together or not.
That's not Pink Panther.
Oh,
That's not Pink Panther. No.
That is not Pink Panther.
We're gonna, yeah. So Custer's Revenge.
Yeah.
Custer's Revenge. The player controls the character Custard, and he's depicted as a man wearing. He's just a cowboy hat, and he's just boots, gloves, but he doesn't have any pants on. He's got a visible erection, and he has to overcome arrows to reach the other side of the screen, and he. R words, a Native American woman who's tied to a pole.
Uh-huh.
So that was very controversial for multiple reasons. If you had to
Still
guess.
is, yeah.
Yeah, it still is. And actually, our rival podcast did that episode, and that apparently that was a controversial
Wait,
episode.
whoa. We have a
it didn't,
rival
end well.
podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom. We don't bring them up. We're not talking about it right now. We'll talk
No,
about it.
Talk about it off air.
Yeah, we
Who's
have
our
beef with
rival?
them.
We have beef?
Off air.
Yeah, they're way bigger than it. Don't worry, they don't know us.
Yeah.
We know that they don't know us.
It's
Oh,
a rival in
so
our hearts.
We would
Yeah.
love to be a rival.
We would,
No,
yeah.
we are a rival.
Yeah, they just don't know it yet,
Yeah.
and they probably will never know it.
Yeah.
But the next game is Bachelor Party. Bachelor Party is a simplified version of Breakout, where the ball is made to look like a nude man, and the bricks are made to nude women, and he bounces back and forth rather than vertically. It's very
Wow.
That doesn't
people
even,
are like, oh man, these
lore-wise,
games
that
are too
doesn't even make
spicy. What's
sense.
going to happen to the children? But then you look at the graphics and you're like,
The children will be okay.
Yeah,
But
you're like,
the children will be
no one's gonna.
They're not even
Yeah,
going to know, yeah. Without,
children
without
know
the
what- how
cover.
Mattea thought it was the Pink Panther.
yeah, exactly. So
Honestly, I
watch
thought
out.
that they were Cher albums at the top. So
Yeah. Well, yeah. So the one that looks like a share album. It's called Beat 'Em and Eat 'Em. It's another 1982 game where the player controls two new women on the street, and they catch semen in their mouths. It comes from a man masturbating on a rooftop.
Look at her ice
What?
cream cone. Her
And,
ice cream cone is messed
you got to
up.
get the semen before it touches their bodies, hits the ground. They have a difficulty setting where you have to get it before it gets past their shoulders.
Oh my
And if the
god.
players successfully catch all the semen in one round, the two women lick their lips, and the game progresses to the next
That is
round.
so much more
If it hits the ground,
Sorry,
vulgar than I
that's
it's
thought.
over.
I would much
Yeah,
prefer strip poker,
Yeah.
where they.
Next slide.
Yeah, somehow you just made the game we're playing wholesome.
Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah, I know. It really is. This is 1985's animated strip poker. There's really not a whole lot
I
of
don't appreciate you
information on
using
this
our
game.
emote like that. I don't think
yeah.
you can see it on stream,
Listen,
but it's
all right?
the raccoon
I did-
emote covering stuff.
Yeah, covering the nipples and then I think the vagina in one of the shots. It's just it's a very simple game that you can actually play on archive.org. Funny enough.
Look how long her neck
But
is.
it's I think it was made for the UK because she says knickers and they use pounds for the gambling aspect of it. But it's a very simplified poker game.
The land of the
In
lounge lizards.
1986, after Sierra lost a Disney license, Al Lowell suggested that Sierra, because they owned Soft Porn Adventures at that point, they should remake it with improved tools that they had now, because it had been some time. And they used the puzzles of Soft Porn Adventure to create Leisure Shoot Larry in the Land of the Lounge Lizards, which is the first of the Leisure Shoot Larry games. And he came up with the name because, he said soft porn was so outdated, it ought to be wearing a leisure shoot. So,
I never knew where that
Anyway.
name came from.
Yep, kind of lame, but it's a classic. It's a classic 80s thing to say, I guess.
This is very uncomfortable looking.
Here we have Girls Panic from 1999. This is also a game that has a bunch of sequels and stuff, and the object is to uncover the silhouettes of the backgrounds until you get 80%, and then kind of Anna does the rest of it. And it's usually done in rounds, where round 1 is the girl in a normal outfit. Round 2, she's maybe just in her underwear. And round 3, she's usually topless and only wearing underwear. And then after you get all rounds, you get, you see her. And then
Great.
sometimes they also have different perspective based on the level and the version you're playing. I believe this was on those barcade machines. So this is one of those classic games that
Classics.
Has been classic, porn game. Everyone knows your classic porn games, right? That's what we're
Oh my
doing the
god.
segment. Anyway, this is Pippi and Blippies, or Bippies.
Pippi and
And in this
Bippies,
game,
okay.
you're playing as the titular characters. And they have a series
Well done,
of,
Frank.
difficult buildings. They're composed of 4 stages, each with enemies, and you have to set up time bombs in computer rooms and run out before they blow up. And when you explode the areas, it reveals part of a picture, and then it's of a woman. And
Never a man,
this actually was on
mean-
arcade machines, and it never actually got a console release like some of these other games. Like most of these are on console. This was solely on arcades, but it's actually getting a remaster on Steam. Which, if you look at the bottom right, that's the picture there on Steam, and actually on the Switch too. So
Oh, boy.
the Switch actually, I actually cut like 8 games that were on the Switch that were of similar stuff. You know what I mean? Like the Switch now, you can they're wiling out. Like, oh, you want to see anime boobies? Well,
We
we'll
got
let you
anime
kind of do
boobies.
it.
All right.
Yeah.
I was watching Chris's decisions.
So here we have
Do you not approve of my decisions, Tom? I'm
Oh,
doing
boy.
okay.
Chris is doing great. All right, everyone. Chris is doing great.
So
Have a
he's
high
No one,
king.
no one doubt his abilities.
he's all tied up here.
He just lost.
Whoa. So here we have
I was in too far,
several
Frank,
more
or Tom.
Laser Shoot Larry games. They made an original 7. Oh, actually, technically 6, because the 4th game never actually came out, and that was kind of a running joke in all the games of they had Easter eggs of the 4th Larry game has a floppy disk on the floor somewhere or something, and other files. And this kind of progressed the story, and they really kind of try to make it more about the comedy and less about they would have somewhat sexual stuff in it. I believe the most sexual at the time was, I believe, the 6th or 7th one. And before that, there was more tongue-in-cheek stuff and kind of more getting the idea of oh, there's gonna be something sexy here, and then it'd be a jokey payoff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Next line.
What does that? What did she say?
Oh,
I
did she
don't-
say something good I missed?
She was horrible. She said, "You licked me good, baby. Why? Why?" Anyway, so that's what she
Naked
said.
All right.
BMX.
So this is BMXXX.
Yeah.
All right.
The stuff of legend
And
in
this is
EGM
actually
magazines.
the first game I thought of doing for this episode, and at first glance it would be, fine, since you could play the game fully clothed or with the censored bar on, and if we played the PS2 version, there actually would be no way to show nudity, as it was actually totally censored and removed from the PS2 version. But this game is actually the first of many games that we'll be talking about tonight that are on Twitch's list of prohibited games.
Oh, is it?
So Twitch has, the standing restriction of any game that gets a adults only rating from the ESRB that gets banned automatically. But they also have some exceptions to games that are rated as mature or lower. You can play the mature version of GTA San Andreas, as we did on a previous episode, and as most people own, but if you were somehow get an older version of it, you wouldn't be able to theoretically play that if you got caught.
Right.
Anyway, the game itself. So this is actually, it was supposed to be the 3rd installment of Dave Mirra Freestyle BMX, and technically the 4th, because the first one got re-released, even though it was on the same console. They just added a couple things to it on the PlayStation. So the first one technically happened twice, and then the second one, and then this was going to be the 3rd one. But they were, the idea, though, so they were in a meeting, and the idea got sparked when the publisher and the developer were talking, because someone joked about adding strippers to the game, to try to get some publicity going for
Chris,
it.
that's a really good hand.
And people were kind of really digging the idea, because there were a lot of sports games at this point. Everyone's making some sort of
Just making sure it was a straight.
rollerblading,
It
biking,
was beautiful.
skateboarding game. So they came with the idea of making it more explicit and more a little more naughty. And Dave Mirra actually was on board with the original idea, as long as it was humorous and well done, you know what I mean? But as time went, they kept adding stuff, and they started filming at the Scores, the strip club, of getting footage of strippers and all this other stuff, and they ended up redesigning a lot of it.
Away
so
from
it
his
went
vision.
Yeah, it went from Dave Mirra Freestyle BMX 3 to Dave Mirra BMX XXX, and then not long after that, they took off Dave Mirra's name, and then people were like, "Oh, was it the sponsors or whatever?" No one's really said 100% sure.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the PS2 version was, censored, but actually on Xbox and even GameCube, they had fully uncensored topless things you could unlock, and also the videos too of the strippers at Scores were unlockable things that they had there. And you're thinking, oh, that's kind of strange they do that. What happened to Dave Mirra at BMX 3, right? That technically did happen, but only on the Game Boy Advance. It was done by the same company that did the previous, because it was a cooperation between the developer and this other company who was doing all the Game Boy Advance. They'd done all the previous ones,
Yeah.
And so they had already started on the Game Boy Advance version, and then it's not like, well, you can't put, naked ladies on the Game Boy Advance, so we'll just do that. So Dave Mirra 3 technically only came out on Game Boy Advance, but if you go to a Wikipedia page, it's it's technically listed under the BMXXX page, and on the Dave Mirra series, this is technically listed as the last or second to last Dave Mirra game. They actually released another one, but no one cared about. It didn't do well, and the series is now gone the way of the dodo.
What the? She's got all her
All right,
clothes
next
back
slide.
on.
What?
She put all her clothes back on. This is the
Oh,
worst.
That's what happens sometimes, Chris.
This is the highest difficulty. Okay.
Okay, now we've come to the 2004's The Guy Game. Has anyone heard of this game?
Yes, I've heard of the game.
No.
Yeah, The Guy Game, it's another game that I originally thought we might be able to do for this episode. Once again, it's on Twitch's list of prohibited games, and for a good reason. We'll get to that shortly. I think I knew someone who had it growing up, but we never played. It was like on the list of things, like, oh, this is kind of a weird game to have. You know what I mean? It's primarily using video footage shot on South Padre Island in Texas during a spring break, and it's like a trivia game. And it's not your average trivia game.
What?
So
it's got
they have
a
like
twist.
20 episodes, and each episode is a new girl or girls, because sometimes they'll have two together. And they're asked a series of questions, and every time they give an incorrect answer, they have to flash the host and the camera, and the crowd that's probably around them while they're shooting. So they're using this candid video footage. It's not staged or anything, so the outcome is always the same. So how do you turn that into some sort of game? You can't have like them reacting different ways. Instead of picking an answer, you have to pick to guess whether they guessed the answer right or not. And then if they got it wrong, you have to guess which answer they gave instead of the right answer. So
what? Okay.
It's convoluted
Wow.
and a gripe of some of the reviewers. But anyway, as you guess right, you get a higher flashometer, and that gives you different levels of breast censorship. At first, you see their logo, and then once you get higher enough, and they it's all like boner jokes, it's like flaccid or whatever. Anyway, so then it goes from the logo to a blur, and then eventually it's uncensored breasts. And even though it's sold as an M-rated game, and it's like, why is it on Twitch's prohibited list? Is it the nudity? That's probably part of it, but it's also because you can't buy this game. You couldn't even buy it 6 months after its release, because after it was released a couple months, it had a lawsuit filed against it.
Yeah, I bet.
So the studio, Top Heavy Studios, Gathering developers, Sony and Microsoft all were sued by a girl because she was 17 years old at the time of filming.
Yeah.
And so technically this game is child pornography.
Wow.
So
my God.
there's a whole legal document talking about it. Because I'd read some articles about it, but they really didn't get into like any real details.
I hate this
But
game.
the legal document covers a little bit. So I'll give you a little more context. So they had everything set up at spring break, and they were giving people money to play trivia and show their boobs if they got the question wrong. And it seems like the money they got was only like $20, which is fucking, it's just as insulting as like a Girls Gone Wild shirt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, thanks. You guys are gonna make shit ton of money off of this, but yeah, thanks for the $20, dog. So the girl like had a fake ID saying she was 21. She was with her friends, and she filled out like the release forms using the fake ID information. But sometimes she would write down her real information and then cross it off and then write the fake info. You know what I mean? So it sounds like it was a little sketch. Like the people seeing her paperwork should be like, oh, this is kind of weird how she like kept fucking her own shit up. But, whatever. But they're like, yeah, she, they saw the idea like this looks legit, I guess. So I guess she was used in the game at some point, and she flashed the screen, like I think they said like 3 times in it, and so she doesn't think anything of it. She goes home, like a little bit after the game gets released, her brother's like, hey, there's this game and you're showing your boobs in the game. And then she's like, oh my God. And yeah,
That
so
whole family, there's something
Yeah,
wrong with
yeah.
all of them.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
All
there's
of
a lot.
them. There's a
about
lot
the
to
game.
unpack there.
Yeah, it's a weird lawsuit.
It's a really weird, the whole thing.
And she was
No.
saying like like part of the lawsuit was her privacy was violated. It's like, no, you just go with the child porn thing. You don't got to say, because like technically she signed all the it's like one of those things of like, yeah, the fake ID. Like I feel like several crimes were committed on both sides, but still it's like, yeah, you have to get rid of the game. You know what I mean? Like this,
Yeah.
regardless of all that, you can't sell the game. Anyway,
Yeah.
Right.
and they're like, oh, it was a public space, whatever, it doesn't matter. So a year later, because they had to pull the game out, and everyone had to stop selling it. A year later, they supposedly were making a DVD with all the footage besides her. You know what I mean? Because I don't know why they didn't just try to remake the game, but they're like, no, we'll just release it as a DVD, sell that, and it was supposed to be called The Guy Game Over. But I've never I didn't see that anywhere. So it seems like they were taking money for it, but I don't know if it ever got produced because like you can find this game. Which is should be illegal, but you can find this game on eBay, but you can't find the DVD or anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's very strange. So if you have this game, just destroy it. Don't sell it on eBay.
Yeah, just turn yourself
burn
in.
it. Yeah, a couple of YouTubers, Scott the Woz made an episode about this game, and that's where actually I learned that I found out about
Oh, really?
the history of it. You know what I mean? Because I was like, oh, let's see this game, Garbage Game, and we watch a video on it, and then I'm like, oh, never mind, we can't do that. And then this other YouTuber, his name's like Catacarius or something, and then he had it, and he burned his copy on camera. Most people destroy them when they have them. Anyway, IGN actually gave this game a 7.7 out of 10.
What the fuck?
Wow.
With Douglas C. Perry saying it may be tasteless, but I prefer this kind of tastelessness over BMXXX. He also said the game was solid, simple, and fun. And the page on IGN obviously has been updated a few times. And it was still up as of July 6th or January 6th, 2020. But then they replaced it with an editor's note that said, given that the Guy game was removed from sale due to the revelation that one of its on-camera participants was under the age of 18 at the time of filming, IGN felt it was appropriate to remove this review as well. It only took them, 16 years.
Yeah, I was gonna
but
say.
that's, hey, you gotta know when to hold them, know when to fold them. Know when to take your review down about a game that had child porn
16
in it.
years later, yeah.
They also had a 2005 article talking about the game being pulled down, and they had some choice quotes being, according to the developer, the government deemed it too inappropriate of a video game. You guys are burying the lead there. And then they shared a quote from the developer's website, apparently, that said, the man has decided that our fun and hilarious presentation of Spring Break probably just wasn't appropriate for the world of gaming.
Again, that's not why.
Maybe we should have just blown some shit up. And they talk about the
Chris.
previously mentioned DVD.
It's awful
and,
watching Chris play.
And they gave him not
Mr.
one.
Hotshot. I'm
They
trying
gave
to
him 2
bulldoze my
direct
way
links
through
on
it.
the IGN webpage to buy the game from their website, and apparently had a retail price of $20. So there you
Wow.
go. So for every 20 they gave to a girl, they made it tenfold. Maybe if they ever produce a DVD out, it doesn't matter. All right, next slide.
Well, at least you know what you're gonna get.
It's like The Sims with.
I was gonna say it looks like The Sims.
It's literally The Sims. Can I build a mansion though?
All right, so as 2005's Playboy The Mansion, you play Hugh Hefner, the founder of Playboy, and I'm going to call him Hef. The aim of the game is to build the famed Playboy empire from scratch.
That's awesome.
Starting with Humble Magazine to celebrity endorsements to home entertainment to internet merchandise, all the fun stuff, and you can mold the mansion as your own needs and wants. It seems very sim-like, but with boning, and you could do Playmate parties in the grotto or the clubhouse, all the fun Playboy occasions everyone's grown to know and love.
Yes,
that,
of course.
May or may not exist anymore. Honest, I don't know. Any updates? I just
Does
remember when he was doing
anyone have
the reality
updates
show
on
there.
the
Does anybody
Playboy
have
Mansion?
updates on the Playboy Mansion? Anybody?
Yeah.
I don't
Anyone
know,
in
but I
chat?
don't hate this
Anyone
game.
in chat?
he passed away, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been dead. Yeah, he's been dead
Yeah,
a little
but
while.
didn't his,
And he actually sold it before he died, and they just kept letting him live there
Yeah.
until he died. So I think he was done dating the 3 girls, and he was maybe dating twins at that point, or maybe I forget.
Dating twins.
But here is 2006 Strip Poker. This is actually the game that came out before this one in the series. So this is the last mobile version of this game. And as you can see, it's definitely a similar vibe, but this is more designed for a mobile phone scenario. This is actually on like an archive part of their website. Like you couldn't find these anywhere. It's archive.org. They're really great. They really keep the history of scandals things up. I love it.
The You'll be all right, Tom. I know you're struggling.
I am.
You'll
Tom's
be
gonna
all
blow
right.
a fucking vessel in his head. All right, next slide. Race to the end. This is Pocket Pool. Pocket Pool is a 3D pool game, and it for the PSP. And it features 13 different models you play against, and you unlock erotic images and videos of them in the game as you beat them. And they actually released all those separately as a UMD movie, which was like their little DVD equivalent for the PSP.
Yeah.
And they called it
UMDs.
Dream
Everyone
Models.
loved UMDs. Yeah.
Yeah, who doesn't love UMD? All right, next slide.
All right.
2008's Bone Town.
Yeah,
You may have
Bonetown.
seen it as an ad back in the day on a lot of websites. I believe they had ads on, I think Newgrounds or those
What
like
kind of websites, Frank? What kind of websites
those
would have an ad
websites.
for this?
Those
Newgrounds,
websites.
Okay.
So Bone Town is a sexually explicit game that player as they complete missions, their testicles get larger and they're able to have sex with more attractive women, and then the character themselves becomes thinner. You go through missions, it's very like GTA style, and you beat people up, you act in pornographic things.
Did you do it?
Jesus is there. Yeah, and then they have like the all the places are named. Shit like it's Bone Town. They have Missionary Beach and all
Hey,
that kind of stuff.
is he holding a bong? What's he got? Yeah, it's got a
He's
bong
holding
there?
a bong and someone's prosthetic leg. Yes.
Okay, very cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
Unique.
No, I didn't play this game. No,
Thoughtful.
I didn't. No. And you can have sex with women based off of your abilities and all that jazz. And you can have it for
What
just for fun,
abilities?
or you can recover in-game health. And then depending on the position, I guess it gives you different stats. And then you
Okay.
also have power-ups that are given through recreational drug use.
Okay.
I believe in the bottom left, there's like a party going on, and there's like a fight. I think someone's using. Oh no, the guy on the right smoking crack. Bottom right.
Sure. Yeah.
Crack pipe.
Definitely.
Wow.
Anyway, and as you can see in the top right, you're like that kind of looks like Ron. That's right. Ron Jeremy was in the game,
Okay.
and as with all the characters in the game, when you beat them up, you could take their outfit and look and style and like stuff.
Okay.
So you could
So
be
can
Ron
become
Jeremy.
Ron Jeremy. Okay.
Yeah, you become Ron Jeremy in the game. Also, Jesus was in there, or a guy saying he was Jesus.
Oh.
Okay.
So you could be Jesus.
my God.
And other, it's there's a lot of racism, a lot of stereotypes. There's like Native Americans versus Indians, so it's like Indian versus Indian fight that happens in the thing, and it's
Wow.
just it's really over the top. And they're like, oh, it's we're like we're going for like South Park stuff, but it's just
That's
it's kind
not.
of really
It's not the same
So-
thing.
it's really cringy.
Are we rating?
uh,
are we gonna rate like which of these games is the worst instead of like
No.
the one that we're
We
playing?
could if we
I
wanted.
think
man,
it's
I don't
this
know.
one actually.
Yeah, this one by a lot of standards. Anyway,
No. This one.
you're thinking, oh, it's 2008, probably wasn't working on my computer. Well, don't you worry. They actually got re-released on Steam.
Nice.
Well, actually, because it never got released on Steam in the first place. So it got released on Steam as a remaster in 2021,
Oh.
and they called it Bone Town: The Second Coming.
Okay.
Wow.
And but with a it's like, come on, guys, your audience, you.
Get it? Is she getting spanked?
This is We Dare It. Now, Chris, I'm going to send you
What
a
in
link
the
to this
world?
video.
This is real.
And
You guys have played Wii games before, but not like this.
But no.
What the fuck?
What is happening?
What?
Okay, so
This is
So it's like-
is this this is
for
real life? This is not a
swingers?
parody. Wow.
And this is like an ad on like TV.
I don't know if they put it on TV, but it was
well
definitely a lot of articles
in
written
the
about
in
it.
the description. Okay, we're watching like someone put the Wii controller in their back pants, and you have to spank it to get the points in the game. And now they
Ooh.
appear to be doing strip cheese. But I was gonna say that the description for this video says Ubisoft's new Europe-based Nintendo Wii game, and it is very much European situation going on.
Error parental
Yeah.
control.
All right, so you get I went to the parental thing.
Wow.
Get that out of there.
Okay.
Oh.
So 2011's We Dare has the tagline "Flirty Fun for All," and the trailer really makes it seem like an adult party game that's spanking, kissing, stripping, but the actual game is like pretty tame, as you can see by the. Well, I guess the one screenshot you see there where there's like a dance mini game. There's actually several dance mini games, and they're all kind of different. You know what I mean? So it's very strange. But some could say these mini games very tame and very lame. The only two that like go in the line of the marketing, you could say maybe the Apple mini game, because your two players have their faces really close together in one Wiimote, and then the stripping mini game. The other ones are really kind of
What's-
normal mini games, and they're not really
What's funny
sexual
to
in any
me
way.
is like knowing how like the Wiimote works, like how it's like barely being interacted with. Like they're like, yeah, you just spank it, and it's like it's like
Well-
the Wiimote's like just like vibrating for like 1 second, like each time. It's like,
Yeah.
and the Apple,
Well,
it's like, what's fucking going on there? You're just like tapping the Wiimote in the air, basically. With,
Yeah, how is
Yeah.
it? How is it reading that you're both trying to
Yeah,
get it?
right.
Catch
And
an
I was
apple?
thinking, the spanking minigame, how is that not a sexy, flirty minigame, right? Well, apparently, in actuality, when you play that game, it doesn't work like that. And it's more of you kind of pick the person up. Like, you're kind of like jostling them. Like, it's kind of hard to explain, but it's like you're not spanking them at all. So it really kind of seems like it's just kind of
Took
weird.
Some liberties with the commercial. Okay.
Yeah. And then so this is actually another game that Scott the Woz did a video on. And in that one I learned that the stripping part, you can actually use a Wii Fit board for that part. And
Oh.
it knows when you're stripping because you get lighter,
What?
theoretically as your clothes come off.
wow.
That's
and,
embarrassing.
Yeah.
That's
And,
funny.
yeah. Yeah. And something else he mentioned in that game, which I really never thought about, because it says We Dare, but with WE.
Yeah.
So this is actually one of many games that use WE instead of WII. And like, I don't know, is it a licensing thing or just in case you want to put that same game on different consoles, you're not limiting yourself and have to get a new trademark and stuff. So I actually went through the list of Wii games and did a rough count how many were released of each of them.
The tangents
so if
that
you
you
guys
go
wanna-
on, Frank.
Yeah, I know. I'm telling you, Chris, the beauty of us keep postponing this. This has got longer and longer an episode. Well, we're almost at the end.
Okay,
Don't worry, we're
okay.
almost
We can do
there. I did cut out like 6 to 8 more. It took a while. Yeah. Okay. All right, Chris, how many games do you think had Wii as WE, and how many games do you think had Wii as WII?
Okay, I'm gonna say 55.
So from 0 to 100.
50,
sorry, one more
55 for WE. Do I need to guess WII?
Yep.
Oh, okay. 80.
Okay.
I think my numbers are wrong now that you said, but they're both under 100. I'm gonna say 25 and 80.
All right, Matea.
69
And what?
Okay, for which one?
for both of them.
Okay.
Okay.
Tom.
I'm gonna say 10 for WE.
Okay.
Sorry, I just realized how
Yeah,
stupid
it's
that was
probably-
to say we.
Oui, mon ami.
10 for WE, and I'm gonna say 50 for WII.
I'm gonna say I 73 and WE 18.
So Matea got the Wii WII the closest
Nice.
because it
Ah,
was
see?
67.
Nice.
Wow.
Listen, that number came in
But,
handy.
and let's see, because WE was 21, which I think
Is that Grace?
Really?
that is
That's me.
Grace. Chris was off.
Yeah.
By one.
Wowie.
Those are both good
Yeah.
numbers.
Yeah. So Grace, you got that one right. Nice.
Hello.
Done.
The heck is
This
this?
is
This like
this is
the
2016 genital
No,
jousting.
I'm so
The
sorry. You
whatchamacallit
have to
of
get rid of this.
Broforce fame. They made
I was gonna pull it up
genital
on
jousting.
Steam.
It's a party game in which players attempt to move flaccid,
No.
disembodied penises
Wait,
into
so is this
disembodied
like
anuses.
that
No.
game we played where the
It's like it's a difficult moving around game, like
what's
Yes,
that?
but-
moving out, or a game like
No,
that,
like
except
the-
you're
the-
Yeah,
you're a
but
genital.
you're a
banger,
wiener and you
Right.
try to go into the butt of
weird
another person.
No.
things
Gang
that just,
beasts?
like gang yeah,
Yeah, it's like
gang
gang,
Yeah.
it's a gang beast with a
Yeah,
with this.
remember Gang
Yeah.
Beast?
It's a dirty game.
I don't
beast.
think
So.
I don't think you
it's
can
actually
show this on
another
Twitch,
game
so
banned
I'm
from
not
Twitch.
gonna put it on. Yeah, but I have it on my
Um,
post thing up.
Free Lives wrote on their blog that heterosexual men are socialized not to discuss how they feel about anal sex and penises touch each other. So they wrote that they were highly motivated that this game gave them
Oh
the
my
vehicle to have
God.
those discussions.
Oh my god,
They felt really
why
strong
is-
about that.
Oh.
Wow.
And apparently it was not allowed on any gaming console, so it's only on Steam. And when it was banned from Twitch, Nigel Lowery of Devolver Digital, which is I think the developer of it or the
Yeah.
publisher. I think it's the publisher. They contacted Steam to see if the game could be live streamed through its platform, and that's actually Genital Jousting was the first game to be broadcast through Steam's live streaming service. So
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
that's what now. Whenever you click on a game and you see someone playing it, that's because of them. All right, they made it because they knew Steam already had the capability somewhat, and they said, "Can you just turn that extra switch? Can you turn that last switch, please?"
Yeah,
And they did it.
okay, they did.
So, and they have a date night update. As you can see, very romantic, very fun.
Yep.
All right, next slide.
Wow.
VR Kanojo from 2017. VR Kanojo gives the player a virtual girlfriend and several scenarios which they spend time with her. You can interact with her. She's a young Japanese girl, and she's in her bedroom. And
it looks like you got some succulents.
The VR controllers are your hands.
Yeah.
The player can answer questions by nodding or shaking their head. They can customize her appearance with various outfits, and they can touch her and engage in virtual sex, very explicit scenarios. Or you can rub cacti on her face. Yeah, you can rub cacti on her face. And if that seems like a relatable experience, please call 800-799-7233.
Well, what is that?
That's the domestic abuse helpline. Illusion, who made this game, Tokyo-based startup Vasco, they collaborated at Unite, which is, I believe, some conference or thing, and they allowed the players to use an odor-emitting VR attachment.
I hate
and
that.
you could smell the characters' stockings. So that's not weird at all.
God.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god, this is so weird.
Yeah. And Kate Gray from Kotaku said that VR Kanojo gives you what you want, full-blown sex, slightly pixelated but still realistic, but it gives you more than that. It gives you a feeling of intimacy. Perhaps it's
No, this
possible to
person
virtually
didn't say this.
replicate intimacy and love when I'm laying in a virtual bed with a virtual girlfriend. Maybe I can believe that.
No.
George, I'd say, Kate, are you okay? Are you okay, Kate?
Oh no.
Do you need help? Yeah, Chris, don't play that on stream.
Oh,
no,
no, I can't do
Chris,
it.
no, God, Chris, don't do it.
It's not.
Don't
It's
do-
it's a Steam ad. It's
I know, and I gave you screenshots for a reason.
it's just that it's video and it's like in the Steam commercial, so it's not going to be explicit.
Well, you barely haven't been seeing the games I've been seeing here, pal.
I do
Oh,
not
really?
have the filter turned off on Steam because I don't go searching through those games, Frank.
Yeah.
So it's not going to show me something sexually
Right.
explicit.
You would just okay.
I mean, she's
All right,
reaching
play that
really
game.
high on a shelf right now, and it's looking a little
Play
too.
that game.
I'm not going to play
I
the game.
dare
It's
you.
$50, Frank.
Yeah.
$50.
No, I'm saying I meant play the game of
Oh,
put on these videos
gotcha.
on stream.
Gotcha.
All right, next slide.
What is that?
What is this?
So, House
this
Party, not to
like-
be confused with the 1990 comedy film starring Kid and Play and Martin Lawrence. Next slide.
What?
Did it
Oh,
just
okay, I see.
accidentally get put
Oh,
here?
okay, I see.
It's the same name. It's got the
Same
same
name, I got you.
This is a edgy comedy game inspired by the classic comedies of the 90s.
Okay.
Every decision you make changes the story, and every character has like some other thing to reveal based off of the scenarios you go through.
It's $25.
There's also a button to take your pants off, so there's that. In
Makes sense.
2018, because this game was originally released in 2017 as an early release. Most of these games, like the ones we've talked about, that were on Steam. Usually early release a couple years before they actually got real releases.
Yeah, that's Steam.
So in 2018, it was actually taken off Steam because of a bunch of complaints about the content. So to rectify that, they sell a base game that's rated as mature, and it has censored sex scenes, and then there's explicit content DLC that you can get. That's the adults only rated content. So that's how they get around that stuff.
Okay.
So $25 for the game, and then for $5 more, you get to see everything uncensored. So it was kind of picked up by several streamers and content creators.
Yeah, they put PewDiePie
In 2018, you can see
in
on
the
the top
video.
right there, that's Aaron and Dan from Game Grumps, and I believe in the middle that's Letty Does Stuff, who's another content creator. They were all added to the game as
okay.
characters. I don't know if you could do things with them or not as far as
That's
that. I mean,
creepy.
I don't know how explicit you can get with Aaron from Game Grumps, but there's that. But also later this month, at the end of this month, I believe on September 30th, Doja Cat, she's on the bottom right there, she's going to be added to the game as DLC.
Oh.
So we'll see how much they.
That's a name I keep
charge
hearing.
for-
I don't know what a Doja Cat is, but that's,
Well, that's a Doja
That's
Cat
what a Doja Cat
riding
is?
a man in a
Okay.
inflatable T-Rex costume in the game House Party. The last slide of the
oh my
night.
goodness, the last slide.
We made it.
Frank, there's 4 more slides here.
Well, I know, but this is the last of this slide.
Oh my God! No,
I
no,
really
Now
Chris.
let's wrap up this.
Oh my God,
Garbage
Frank, no.
Game Night staple or stable furries.
Oh my god.
From the developer Furry
Oh my
Tales,
God.
these series of games are, well, they're pretty much furry porn.
Oh my god.
What you
I'm
do in the
so
game varies
worried.
with the art style and explicit images tied all
I'm
together
gonna
in a
have
package.
nightmares. pokers.
The poker one has poker in it. You know, some of the other ones have like weird puzzle games that the art style doesn't 100% match. And
Why are there so
we're
many
really
Nazi
gonna,
ones?
Yeah, what?
Yeah.
What's with the Nazi stuff? What?
Yeah, You're like they made not one but two Nazi
No,
ones.
there's
three. There's
Yeah.
three.
Unless that's
There's
just oh,
three.
that's you just have an extra screenshot.
That's a yeah.
Oh,
I wanted
okay.
to show that's just an image from it. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I had an open space.
I'm so
So I figured, let me do a
concerned for
screenshot.
people in this world.
And I'll just do a quick. I'll do a description from Furry Hitler.
Yeah,
You play as Hitler,
please.
reliving some of your best and worst decisions, and seeing those, where those lead you.
That's
Only
terrible.
you decide how this world will end. Anyway, that was my TED Talk. Next slide to the blank space.
Yeah, here's a blank space, a little palette cleanser.
Yeah. So just everyone take a deep breath. Okay. And now, are you guys ready to see your rewards?
I don't
No,
really
Next
want
slide.
to.
I don't think so. I
The
think
prizes?
Ending with the furry
Prize.
Nazis was
I'm good.
All right. And next slide.
okay.
Oh.
So we have strip poker.
They're like pinup girls.
Chips,
That's cute.
poker chips, and then we have pinup girls who are on playing cards.
Okay.
And so that's the reward. And
What did,
next
wait,
slide.
did you make these?
And I just-
Where did they come from?
no, I'm gonna show you next slide.
okay.
Yeah, so
What?
that's how the cards were mailed to me.
That's really
I got rid of some
creepy.
information. But yeah,
They came in
And
a
I'm like,
Christmas
Frank, you got
card.
these from a murderer.
Yeah.
yeah, I know. I'm like, is that a
my
giving tree
gosh,
stamp?
What have you
That is
done?
a giving tree stamp. They know
Yeah,
your
it's a giving-
address,
I was like,
right?
Oh
okay,
my
and a weird grin, like-
God.
When I got it, I said, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah, everyone's asking the same question.
Yeah.
Why the Christmas card?
Oh
I
my
don't
gosh,
know. Why did you tape it inside of a
murdered.
Christmas card?
Listen, unless
Anyway.
you ordered it from
Oh
a
my
sweet old
God.
grandma who like had
No.
saved them.
No, this wasn't the Etsy lady with the.
No.
Okay, well,
thing.
I was hoping for a good.
I know.
up there.
But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's the prize. If you want to go back, just leave that up or just delete everything. That's fine too.
I thought these were
That was-
cute. Where the,
Yeah,
I mean,
those
well,
are
the
so
poker chips are a
adorable.
little more explicit. Did you like order
Yeah.
those?
I think I got those on eBay.
Yeah.
I think I got everything on eBay.
Yeah,
I want to
you
say
would.
maybe.
Yeah.
This is also another one where the prize took a little bit, because I was like, oh, I could just get like a strip poker like silver coin,
I go back to that you were just going to buy these anyway, and Diana stumbled upon the package, and now you
Yeah, and
worked
it's, no, it's
backwards
for
to
the
explain
garbage can
why.
night. It's for
Yeah.
No.
That's why she's here tonight.
Yeah, and- yeah.
Making
Proving to you
sure.
that-
Yeah.
You see, right?
What's
You see, I
going
did
on
this for a
today?
reason.
Yeah.
We're not
Yeah, she's like,
keeping
why are you
this
staying up
anymore.
late at night? What's going on? I'm like, I'm working on the podcast. Okay.
Chris won, and
guess.
I'm happy with that.
Actually, I thought you got
I
another
think someone
point.
got some extra points with a meta score or the
Grace
the
and-
Wii score.
Actually, yeah, no,
Grace
yeah, we're
and
not done yet.
Matea.
Yeah, that's right.
Both
Because
got
now
it.
we're going to the scores.
But didn't
Yeah.
Grace and
Oh,
Matea both
definitely,
get
yeah.
another point?
Yeah, Grace Matea got another point.
Yeah, because you guys were closest.
oh, for the number of Wii's.
Yes,
They got Wii points.
you got some Wii points.
Wee!
Oh no.
Okay, so now Grace and Chris are tied.
Oh no! Come on, Chris.
Matea and
We
Tom
need these
are right
pinup
there.
Go,
girls.
Chris, go.
I don't care about that.
Oh.
Everyone's going to throw the game down to the prize.
No, I want the pinup girls.
Those are the ones I wanted
critic
too. I was like,
reviews.
this is pretty cute though.
Can I get the
the
Christmas
Metacritic
card
score-
with them? You know, like, is that up for grabs?
Listen, Matea, just give me half.
Okay.
Okay.
Of course, the Metacritic score, it's out of 100, and then the user score is out of 10. You, Chris, what is your
Metacritic
user
and
score,
user
and what is
score?
your critic score?
I'm gonna say this got a. What kind of places would actually give this a score that Metacritic would count? I don't know. I'm gonna put it at a Metacritic of 40 and a user score. They're more degenerate. I'm gonna say 7. So the
All right, Matea?
Metacritic score out of 100 and user score out of 10.
35 and 6.
50 and 7. Yeah. I agree with Chris.
And Grace.
I was also gonna say 7, but are there fives? In
Yeah,
there?
you can do points.
You
yeah.
can do it, yeah.
I can. 7.5, and then for the other, I think I was gonna go 62.
No one said 69.
I was going to, but it seemed too high.
You would have been correct that it was too high because it only got a 35.
Wait, I got it on the nose.
Matea got it right on the money for that.
Wow.
And then the user score, holy shit, actually Matea got both because it was 4. It was a 4. So Matea got both those. So
Holy cow. Is that 2 points for that?
Tay.
Matea just pulled into the lead.
Woo! Listen, though, is there like double for like getting the exact score?
Oh, you got 2 points. Oh.
She
see, for the
wants
exact
4.
Yeah.
She wants a
You want
dominant
more
lead.
points?
She wants those cards.
Yeah.
She wants those dirty cards.
Don't know where they've
They're
been.
not dirty.
Well, you don't know that.
I mean, I watched Ryan
Honestly, you
Jessica.
know what,
So.
Matea?
Oh, I
They're
saw them.
probably disgusting. So
Listen, I will put my gloves on. I still have a box, and then I will stick them
Yeah.
in a frame, and then I will never touch them again.
Well, yeah, I
already
already put
framed
them in
them?
a frame. If you want to
There
reframe
you
them,
go.
go for it.
Oh,
You know
well,
what I
then
mean?
see, I don't even have to touch them.
But there are additional ones. You can either burn those or, you know,
Oh, well, I'll give
I don't
those
know,
to
trade
Grace.
them at the market. I don't know.
yeah, we're gonna choose
Okay.
which ones we
Smart
like the
market.
best.
Next time you're over, we'll
Yeah.
do some card trading.
Yeah, that's perfect.
All right. So let's do some reviews.
And this review is from IGN. They gave it a 52. Ultimately, 2 types of people who get a kick out of sexy poker. Adolescents who get a genuine thrill out of half-naked anime chicks, and people like me who will download it as a joke because of how bat crap crazy it is. Either way, enjoy. All right, yeah, and you gave it a 52. Okay.
You know, IGN just keeping it, you know, always keeping it 100.
All right. Cheat Code Central gives it a 40. The girls aren't easy, they aren't sleazy, and the poker is boring. The visuals are lifeless, and the oral presentation is put forth with minimal effort. We fully understand that this is a $5 game, but it offers only about 25 cents worth of entertainment.
Yeah.
Excellent. I pulled a couple. So I'm going to read these ones. GamePro gave it a 40. At 500 Wii points, it's hard to recommend this title to anyone. Sexy Poker is just one of those games that would be better served as a 99-cent iPhone app, reserved for no more than novelty purposes. The phone version was also $5.
Wow.
So a lot of people would see that also as a ripoff.
Yeah.
Even though I think on their store at the time they had, I mean, they probably controlled those reviews as well, you know? They had more 5 stars there. And Video Gamer gave it a 30, saying, if you spend your hard-earned cash on this, you really only have yourself to blame. God may forgive you, but I won't. Okay? And then, Tom, I'm going to send you and Grace's.
Okay, Gary Tanner gives it a 3. This could have been so much better, but the animations are lame. The women aren't very sexy. The poker itself is by the numbers pedestrian. There just isn't very much to please the gamer here. It was cheap. That was about all
I'm
I
the
found
gamer.
good here. If you're going to have a strip poker game, at least make it enticing. How can a person be bored with ladies stripping down? Easy. Just play this game.
All right. And Grace?
Grace.
Nintendo Life gave it a 20. Is that good or bad? It's bad.
bad.
100
Okay.
seems bad.
Sexy poker is something of a letdown for fans of both poker and sexiness. Just so true. Lacking in both qualities, the game is not even sufficient as a teaching tool to learn Texas Hold'em poker, as the instructions on how to play are skimpier than the costumes.
Ooh, that was
Oh,
good.
that's a good point.
You know what? I like that person.
That's a good review.
Yeah.
I mean,
There you go.
It is a good review.
I do need the little guide on the side that says, like, a flush is higher than a full house, you know?
or what a straight is.
Right, a straight is when the numbers are sequential.
Okay, I know what a straight is. I'm just not good at spotting it, okay?
Okay, and Diana has this last one, and this is totally her and not me doing an accent. Official Nintendo Magazine UK gave it an 11.
What? I don't speak like that.
Why does it sound British?
Yeah, he's
This has no
British.
place on WiiWare. God, not save the Queen. Wow, I can't believe you said that, sweetheart. She just died.
Hey, no.
That was so insensitive of you to do a British lady accent and then say,
Oh my gosh.
happy the Queen died.
Wow.
You danced on her
Wow.
grave. That's pretty crazy.
Wow.
Okay, well, you know what? Is this garbage someone else's treasure?
No.
There's only 2 good reviews. So
Probably not.
So it's really, it's just. But Chris, you'll do the first one.
Okay. Robert Alley gives it a 6. I found this game to be slightly perverted and silly. It's a strip poker / blackjack game with anime girls. How this was released on the Wii system, we may never know. It is quite worth the $5 in my opinion. It's a simple poker and blackjack game with the removing of the clothes element! ! So silly, but playable for people who are bored with normal card games. There have been plenty of worse strip poker games released in the past, but never so widely available as this one. It's not a bad game, it just might be in bad taste. But anyone interested in seeing an anime girl take off articles of clothing as a reward for beating her in a hand of cards, this is the game for you. LOL. I feel gross.
And Tom.
So I feel like there's a voice that goes well with mine. So, up in your crib, dog. 6. Gave it a 10. I have a hard Bonner penis, and everywhere I pregnant 50 for people 5-star out of 10 stars.
Yeah, and that was written June 15th, 2022.
What?
After I had already done most of the stuff, I just went back to check it real quick, and I'm like, wait, why'd the rating change? And I saw that review, and I'm like, okay,
All right.
this is going in.
What
What about our scores?
What about our scores?
It's time we gave it our patented Garbage Valley score system, TM, copyright, trademark.
Patent pending.
So, our scoring system here, as you can see by this beautiful graph that our beautiful creator has given us.
I am the creator.
Did I mention the queen died?
Oh my.
I held it in. I didn't. Okay, all right.
Oh.
As you coerced us to play a strip poker game. Yeah,
Yeah, you sexually
you held
harassed
it
us
in,
all.
Frank.
So, -9 is bad but good, fun. +10 is good and fun. And in the middle is just 0 is just, plain old bull crap. We don't want it. We don't want to hear it. We don't ever think about it ever again. So, what are we giving it tonight, Chris? Be the first.
Can you remind me, what is the name of this game?
Sexy poker?
It's Sexy Poker? Okay, because I was just thinking about how it's called Sexy Poker, and there is also blackjack. Half of it is blackjack. And I just thought that was an odd choice. It's 2022. This game came out what year?
2009.
All right. Look, there were better non-strip games and strip games on free websites at the time. Like Newgrounds had better Flash games than this in general, and why that doesn't add anything for it being a Wii game. Like, I'm going to play this with a Wiimote. That's not something that needs to be done on a Wiimote. It's terrible poker. It doesn't tell you about the instructions for like the rules for poker, which Tom thinks I desperately need. And there's just so little to it. And yeah, it's anime girls getting down to bikinis. All right. I don't know. I don't know who this is for and why it exists. It's just such a cheap piece of software. I'm gonna give this a -1. I think it's just we had fun unlocking the girls from their prisons, but I'm glad we were able to help them all.
You freed them.
Yeah, no, it's a terrible game that's doesn't have an interesting spin on anything. It's just bad. -1.
Okay. All right, and Mateo.
I enjoyed the moment where Grace and I turned it into, a bathing suit challenge.
True.
So like that was enjoyable, but considering there's only 5 girls, like what happens after those 5 girls? Like where's the replayability in this? Like we've unlocked them, we know what they're wearing, and then the fun is gone.
At the danger of saying what this kind of game is for, I think they expect you're done by then.
That's all you need. They were like, no,
Can you
that's the perfect
explain
number.
that to me? I'm just kidding.
I'm good.
There's a thing called refractory period, and
So just because we enjoyed the slight bathing suit game, I would give it a -1. Otherwise, I would never play this game ever again.
okay, all right.
At all.
And Tom.
So for me, it was kind of like.
Oh, Tom, tell us what you really were thinking.
I imagine
You
this
just
is
really want to play poker against me?
I imagine this is what it'll feel like when I have kids and they're learning how to ride a bike. And just watching them like, oh, they almost did it, and then they keep falling, and they kind of don't understand what the pedals are for, and
I was trying a brute force method of poker. There's no penalty for losing, so I kept going all in.
He was just trying to get the girls naked. Okay?
I was oscillating between just watching my child fall in agony, and these moments where like he was going, man. He was keeping his balance, and to watch that, to kind of parallel a woman's nudity. I don't know. It's a weird mix of feelings. I don't really know how to process that. I don't really know how to process it. But while I did have moments of feeling very proud for my child, most of it was shame. So I am also gonna agree with -1.
Okay. And Grace.
Okay. So I struggled pretty much the whole time. And I also don't care for card games, it turns out. So probably would also just give it a -1. It was I don't know, I have no words really.
Can I mention though how when you started the game, you literally were like, wait, so how's it work? And then very quickly, you were turning to me being like, he's got a good hand. He should be going. Like, to go with my previous analogy, it would be like having your older child struggle. Like, Chris has knocked half his teeth out of his mouth, and he's like, no, Dad, let me try again. And then, like, a toddler walks out of the house, hops on the bike, and just goes. Like she learned and surpassed you in like
said that she said that I had a good hand, I should go for it, but that can't be right because I was going for it every time. I kept like doubling
until you
down
got straight.
No, until you had good hands. You'd have a good hand and you'd fold out of those hands. You'd start lowering your bets. Like
I folded out of a straight one time, and I think I started lowering my bets. I was still raising the bets, but I wasn't doing it as hard when I had.
I just think we need to figure out.
I wanted to bait them into
some sort of equivalent to a poker helmet for you.
Okay. Okay.
All right. And Diana, what would you rate this game?
Maybe the same.
Okay, same. -1.
-1. All right.
All right.
All negative.
What'd you say? What's your score?
I said -1.
Oh, you also agree?
Yeah.
-1?
Yeah, I don't know what else to give it.
It was on the -1 train.
Is that the first time across
How
the
about
board?
you, Frank?
Well, no, I haven't given mine yet.
Oh, 10?
No, he's gonna screw it up. Everyone's gonna give it
I'm
an
gonna fuck
it
it
was
up.
good.
I'm messing up that crap. Can't wait till Chris does this episode 100 and he has to go through all the scores again to see how I messed up the graph. No, honestly, I was gonna go with maybe a -2, but I am gonna go -1 just because it is so short, and you really can. Now, if you want to take longer, especially in the later levels where the clothing costs more money.
Is that what's happening?
Blackjack
Okay.
takes a long ass time. So if you wanted a longer game, you could play one of the last girls playing blackjack. You know what I mean? But otherwise, most of the games probably go pretty quickly, with just brute forcing it. So I'm gonna say -1.
Wow. Yeah, leave it to Frank to turn a game that there are 5 different poker levels, and you turned it into a 2.5-hour episode. So good work, Frank.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, I do one thing well, and it's stretching things out. So close, conversations, trivia, podcast episodes. So, well, I guess that makes our winner tonight, Matea. Congratulations. You won these dirty cards.
Dirty cards, Matea.
From a possible murderer.
It's not possible. It's 100%.
100%
murderer.
Yeah.
Sent you
Great.
these things.
Well, he doesn't know my address. He just
How
knows
did you
Frank's.
find them?
I
random eBay
I
purchases?
bought them from separate people on eBay.
They're all murderers?
And no, all the
They
cards came
use
together.
eBay.
All the cards were together.
So
The cards
many
are one thing,
eBay
and then the
murderers.
poker
Oh
chips
my
were another
god.
thing.
It was only the
Poker chips were
cards that
shipped
came in the
normally.
car, the Christmas card.
What is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's just comforting to know he has my address for any other further purchases.
Great.
So
Love
that's
it.
good. Anyway, all right. Well, are you guys ready for a reboot in 2022?
No.
Or maybe we should just all play the furry one.
No.
With the
God.
very grab. Chris, don't pull that one up on stream, Chris. I know.
No,
There's a weird thing
he
inside of
already
you that
pulled
wants to do
another one up on
Don't
stream. It was
do it.
not
Yeah.
okay.
All clips in this podcast were used in compliance with the U.S. Copyright Fair Use Exemption for criticism and commentary. Garbage Game Night makes no claims to ownership over any games played and has no affiliation with any developer or publishing company. For additional references on cited articles and quotes, check our episode-related blog at garbagegamenight.com.